guys ever heard of the Maharishi effect? Well, it was documented. It's a documented phenomenon in which large groups of people can quickly and effectively spark positive change by focusing on a common goal. And they did a number of fascinating studies, and it showed that by people meditating or agreeing on a certain outcome, okay, that you could affect crime rates in cities. You could decrease unemployment rates. You could increase stock prices. So imagine what it can do for an individual's life. And the key is this collective consciousness, this hologram that gets created. When we're in a group, we kind of tap into the whole energy field of abundance. We start bringing it in, and then we use this clarity and this awareness to start eliminating all the similar abundance blocks and patterns that we all have. And the result is that you kind of get on the super freeway, right? And you get there a little bit faster than maybe just doing it on your own. And those of you guys who have been meditating for years and you still have abundance blocks and things like this, you know what I'm talking about. It's completely frustrating. And I have lots of people who do my course and they say, oh my gosh, I've been meditating and working myself for 25 years and these things were always annoying to me, and you helped me find what the root cause of them is. All right, so let's get started, okay? Now is the favorite part of my session. It's the energy clearing session, and I want to help you guys clear some of your blocks today. I want to help you live from this amazing abundance frequency, this lover above energy space. And I don't want you living in stress, in fear, in contraction. You know what I mean? Like, think of what the energy of no money equals, right? Like, it's very contracting. It's very debilitating to some people. And I'm going to show you where the places are to look for these blocks. So remember, in working on the 25,000 people, I had to really hunt for all the places that people hide things, and I know where these blocks are hidden. And the crazy thing that happens is, what you guys may not know is that most of these blocks were imprinted from the age of 0 to 7. In my experience, when I'm working on clients and they said, hey, Christy, I was working on myself for 20 years and I couldn't find this stuff and it would never clear. Well, it's because somewhere they weren't finding the root underlying pattern that was programmed into them from the age of 0 to 7. When you're a baby, you're learning how to be a people. And by learning how to be a people, you mimic everyone around you because you want love, you want nourishment, you want care. So if you're like the people around you, they will help you get more of what you want. You're learning how to be a people. You're learning to, hey, if I'm kind of like mom or dad, they'll love me more, they'll help me, they'll feed me, they'll clothe me, they'll take care of me. And by using the interesting brain waves that happen in a baby, the theta brain wave, you start duplicating your whole environment. Now, if your mom and dad are strapped for cash when you're growing up, you're going to be strapped for cash, later in life probably, because you duplicated that energetic pattern, okay? Or if your mom and dad were always arguing about money, well, you might attract a mate that you always argue about money. It's really fascinating how this stuff works. And so I'm going to ask you some questions and I'm going to show you some things by doing this meditation. Remember, when I'm guiding you, intuition happens within the first few seconds, okay? So I'll ask you a question about, like, what age do you think something happened to you? An age will pop into your mind, and I want you to just really, really, believe and trust that that's the age, and then we're going to clear it, okay? And we're going to transmute it, and we're going to get rid of it, all right? So it's going to be amazing. So the first thing we want to do is we want to connect to the abundance frequency. So I want you to take your energy up 300 feet where you see, sense, or feel the light. Now, everyone naturally does this when they say, hey, I'm going to pray about something or I'm going to meditate about it. You naturally, whether you know this or not, you take your energy up really, really high and you connect to source energy, okay? And some people actually see the light. Some people just feel it and take a deep breath. However it works for you is totally fine. But I want you to take your energy up, connect to the light, and allow this light to start coming through your crown, the top of your head. And ask this light, this abundance frequency, to clear away all thoughts of lack and limit. Now allow this light to come into your eye, cleansing away everywhere you just see problems or debt. And allow this light to come into your ears, cleansing away everywhere you block the guided answers and the truth from showing up. Allow the light to come into your voice and your throat, cleansing away everywhere you block the energy of speaking your new future into place. Allow the light to come into your heart, cleansing away everywhere you have lost compassion or commitment for things to change in your life, where you stopped having hope. Allow the light to come into your solar plexus, cleansing away everywhere you block your life from flowing from love versus fear. Allow the light to come into your stomach area, cleansing everywhere you block your life and feel powerless over circumstances, where you gave in or gave up, going for it. Allow the light to come into your hips, cleansing away everywhere you lack the go for it attitude. And allow this light to come all the way through your feet, grounding you in a fresh new energy that's totally you, that's totally inspiring, completely hopeful, filled in with abundance. Now let this light, just imagine it, go downward into the center of the planet, and imagine that there's this light that feels like mother's love in the center of the planet. Okay? It feels safe, it feels secure, it feels grounded, it feels happy. And some of you might just take a deep breath when you connect to it. And once you kind of connect to this feeling of safe, supportive, mothering kind of energy, caretaking energy, I want you to imagine, like an elevator, it can come back up through you. You see, we want to connect you to the light from above and below. Okay? We want to have energy flowing in both directions. And allow this light to come up to your feet and your knees and your legs and your hips and your stomach and your heart and your throat and your head. And now you have this energy of safety and security and filled inness coming through you. And now you're covered with light. And I want you to imagine from your heart area, I want you to imagine this ball of light just expanding out all the way around you. 10 feet around you, 20 feet around you, 30 feet around you, 40 feet around you, 60 feet around you. And just spreading out and out and out until you find the cozy place, the place where it just feels comfortable. You are now connected to the abundance frequency. You are now connected to source energy. You are now connected to unlimited possibilities. And I want you to now, for a moment, think of your last 4 years' income. Okay? And I want you to add it up. And I want you to divide it by 4. This is your average income over the last 4 years. I want you to look at it this way. Your average income is actually your limit, okay? This is how much you will allow to come into your abundance frequency per year, and this is how much you will allow to kind of stay there, okay? It's kind of your set point, so to speak. But I want you to ask this question. Okay, so first off, did you spend all of it? Did you save any of it? Okay, because that's another set point. And usually we get these set points by deciding things and having beliefs and ideas when we were younger. So regarding this set point in your income level, at what age did you first start blocking your income? At what age did you decide that this was my set point? And then just let the numbers kind of pop in your head. and just trust the first number that came in. So at what age was the first age you decided, hey, this is my set point? And it might be a different age, but at what age did you decide to start blocking your abundance? Okay. Now, here's the question. Did you believe this or get this belief or idea from your mom, from your dad, from yourself, or someone else? Mom, dad, self, or someone else? And here's the tool. We're going to start doing an energy clearing statement that starts clearing it. So I want you to imagine this light is coming in, and this light, this higher frequency, is going to dissolve this belief or block that you accumulated at that age. So let the light in, and you might even feel it kind of heavy in a certain part of your body. Just notice when you think of blocking your abundance or limiting yourself or creating this set point, does a part of your body actually feel heavy? Kind of notice that, because that's where the belief is kind of locked in your reality. Your soul's bigger than your body, and you have this belief stuck in your reality somewhere, and you might be feeling it in your body. So let lots of light in, and kind of just say this out loud with me. We're going to clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. We're going to clear and transmute this across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Everywhere this belief is that I've created a set point, that I'm limiting my abundance, that I can't have more than enough, I'm going to clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And then I want you to fill in with the positive thing. And the positive thing is, what would it take? So what would it take for me to be able to receive more and more abundance? What would it take for my new set point to be, and fill in the blank, right? What would it take for me to be able to receive $100,000? What would it take for me to receive $200,000? What would it take for me to receive $300,000? And when you're saying, what would it take for me to receive, you're letting the universe figure that out for you. Now, regarding your life in general, let's find another block. Regarding your life in general, did you ever decide that you were not able to create more than enough money? Okay? Did you ever decide at some level, hey, I don't have enough? Okay, what's the age that you decided this? And did you pick this up from mom, dad, yourself, or someone else? And where does it feel kind of heavy in your body? I want you to bring in a lot of light to that place, and I want you to clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And just imagine that this light instantly transmutes this belief or block. And then we want to fill in with the good stuff. So what would it take for me to have more than enough money? What would it take for the universe to supply me with everything I need? What would it take for me to always have extra? All right. Regarding your career, did you ever lose hope that there was nothing better out there for you? Are you stuck in a job that you really don't like because you actually think that there's nothing better for you? So regarding this, when did you decide that there's nothing better, or that you actually can't get what you really, 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 really want? Okay, did you pick that up from mom, dad, yourself, or someone else? Okay, where does it feel heavy in your body? Okay, we're going to clear and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Clear and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Clear and transmute that across all time, dimension, space, and reality. And what would it take for me to actually be able to do me for a living, right? What would it take for me to actually get what I want for my career? What would it take for me to make money being me? What would it take for me to get paid being me? What would it take for me to get paid more than I need being me? Okay, here's another one. At what age did you decide that money was hard to come by? At what age did you decide that money was hard to come by? Or that you had to work hard for it? Okay? Did you pick this up from mom, dad, yourself, or someone else? Who talked you out of your money? Okay, where does it feel kind of heavy in your body when you think of it? Okay, and if you don't feel, that's okay. It's still clearing, okay? Just so you know, if you don't feel it like some people feel it, that's okay. It means you shut up some of your feelings, and that's totally fine, but it's still clearing anyway, okay? So whatever this is, will you please clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality? Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, and the more you do this, by the way, you guys, the more awareness you get, the more your feelings turn back on, and the more you'll be able to intuitively hear the ages if you're one of the ones that's not hearing or feeling it, okay? This is normal if you somewhere shut yourself off. All right, so now let's fill back in. So what would it take for money to be easy to come by? What would it take for me to know that abundance is my natural state? What would it take for me to know that abundance is my birthright? All right. Okay, if you've ever felt stressed out about money, I want you to ask yourself, did I learn this from mom, dad, myself, or someone else? Where did I learn to stress out about money? At what age did this pattern first take hold? Okay, kind of sense or feel where it feels kind of heavy. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Bring the light in right to that spot. Some of you guys might be yawning or crying or have weird sensations going on. That's very normal, okay? That's very normal when you're clearing energy patterns for that to happen. Okay, so bring it into that place and clear and transmute everywhere you're stressed out about money and everywhere you duplicated it from somebody. And everywhere you learn to stress out about money, clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Everywhere you learn to stress out about money, clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. If you've ever been fearful about generating wealth, at what age did you decide that there was something not good or kind about loving money? Right? Who told you that it's not good or kind to love money? So at what age did you decide that it's not good to love money? And did you hear this from your mom, dad, self, or someone else? Again, the first one that pops in your head is the answer, even if you don't remember what happened. Okay, so wherever it feels kind of heavy, I want you to take your energy into that spot, in, on, and around your body, and clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Please clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, and then fill in. What would it take for me to know that it's completely okay to love money? What would it take for me to know that it's completely okay to love abundance? What would it take for me to know it's completely okay to generate wealth? It's okay for me to be rich. It's safe, right, and good for me to be wealthy. Okay, now I want you to look at this. What story did your mom or the maternal figure in your life, okay, whoever raised you, that was mom, what kind of energy did they have about money? Did they love it, hate it, stress about it, talk about it, go shopping all the time, spend it all? And then, did you duplicate that energy? And if yes, at what age did you duplicate that energy? At what age did you duplicate maternal figure or mom's energy? Okay, where does it feel heavy in your body? I want you to take your energy into that spot, and I want you to clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Okay, what would it take for you to be your own energy about money? What would it take for you to be your own birthright and natural energy about abundance and money? Okay, what story did your dad have about money or the father figure in your life? And what age did you start duplicating it? So what was dad's issues with money? And what age did you duplicate it and make it real? So take your energy into that place where it feels a little heavy or tight in your body, and I want you to clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimensions, space, and reality. And just kind of think the light's coming in and instantly transmute it. So if you think you can't say it as fast as I am, the reason I say it fast is because the energy wants to come in fast and really, really, really just Shazam it. Okay, but just think of the energy coming in and instantly melting your story about where you duplicated Dad's energy about money. What would it take for you to live your own story about money? What would it take for you to live your own reality about money? All right, I want you to ask this question. In about a month from now, 30 days from now, are you living the same life you have, or have you taken a giant step into a more abundant future? And if the answer came back that you're not taking any more giant steps into the future, I want you to ask this question, okay? Just very intuitively. I want you to ask, will Christy's abundance tools help me shift faster than I can on my own? Okay. Now, if you heard yes, obviously you know the answer. Take some action. But if you heard no, I want you to ask this question. Okay, it's very fascinating. What can happen? I want you to ask, do you have a block that's sabotaging you and is telling you to not go for it? Okay, if you got a yes, I want you to ask, can I let go of this? Or does some part of me really just want to keep a lack of abundance? Because sometimes what happens is we want to be safe, so we don't want to have abundance. We think abundance is going to be completely unsafe to us, okay? And then we'll have this part of us that sabotages us and tells us, no, you can't go for it. Don't go for that. Don't buy that thing because that won't help you, right? Don't go listen to that person who actually might help you. Don't apply for 20 jobs because you actually might get one that you love, right? Don't go trading that stock even though it just, tripled in the last month, because you won't be that person that makes a lot of money. Like, you see what happens? Like, this part of you could be telling you no. So I want you to ask, do you have a part of you that sabotages you like that and talks you out of your good? If so, I want you to ask, what's the belief? I heard a lot of you guys have the belief that I am unworthy, okay? So you might have heard a different belief, but what age is the first age that you duplicated the belief that sabotages you, whatever it is? What age is the first age that you duplicated this belief? Mom, dad, self, or someone else is where you picked it up. Okay, so clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, reality. Clear and transmute it across all time, dimension, space, and reality. What would it take for me to actually get what I want in life? What would it take for me to use whatever tools, whatever opportunities, whatever career path would be the best, most amazing life for me? What would it take for me to actually just go for it and let me have everything? What would it take for abundance to be my birthright? Okay, when you're ready, you can just kind of open your eyes, and you can always re-listen to this recording, but here's my point, okay? Do you kind of get that sometimes I'm working with a client, and they'll get this belief that they can't go for something, and when we really just track it down, because I can energetically, intuitively see, oh my God, it's the most amazing opportunity for them. It'll totally change their life. And then what will happen to them is they'll realize, oh my gosh, I can't go for it because I have some other belief or block that's trying to keep me safe. All right, so how was this session for you guys? You should feel a difference right away. It could just be a peace, an awareness, something changed. Maybe you yawned a lot or wanted to go to sleep. Any of those things, believe it or not, is kind of normal when you're doing energy clearing. And it's going to continue to grow in the next days or weeks or months, okay? And just remember that what you did was you just started building a new foundation for abundance into the coming year. Now, here's the truth. We worked on a few things, okay? But there's 24 abundance blocks that affect you to varying degrees. If you're 30, 40, 50 years old, think of how many years of imprinting that you have imprinted of these abundance blocks, okay? So the cool thing is I've seen that people can shift right away. And at the same time, I know that you have to find your angle. You have to find your root stuff. Okay. In May of 2011, I hosted a 3-month journey called the Unlimited Abundance Journey. I did the same thing that I did with you, but I did it for 24 sessions. Okay. You like literally just got a mini, 15, 20-minute session. But the thing is imagine what could happen if you did 24 sessions of this block clearing. I mean, your life would be different. And so here's some of the stories of the people who did that, okay? So one of the stories is Deanne. She goes, oh my God, what a journey. And I'm just going to read the email. My life has taken on a totally different path, and I'm completely grateful for all the blessings that have come into your sessions. I was asking to quadruple my income, and $5,000 kept coming into my vision. I had a real estate closing I wasn't getting paid much on. My company was taking 50% of my cut. I did the secret formula to get more money for their transaction. And I found out that my company just changed their policy, and now they would only take 30%, plus the seller gave me an additional $2,600, and my commission went from $2,900 to $5,200. I've increased my savings since the 12 weeks by 6,000%. She goes, yes, 6,000% in 12 weeks, okay? And she told me about how she's been getting 2 new clients every day, and that's what she was asking for. She's now being featured in a local magazine. It's a top realtors, basically. And she was voted and awarded one of the top brokers in the area. Out of 15,000 brokers, only 5% made the list. She got a $10,000 grant to give to the charity of her choice for her philanthropic efforts. And the cool thing is I know Deanne, okay? So I've seen Deanne from the first time I delivered this until now. Deanne is actually now one of my coaches. She believes in this stuff so much. She is in my other program where I teach people to be intuitive life coaches, and she is one of my coaches. She actually works for me because she loves to help people, okay? So she's still a realtor. She still has an amazing family, and she would say that, oh my gosh, this stuff has really changed her whole family life. Because she believes in this stuff so much, and she wants to see people light up in the same way I do. And I have really crazy stories that are hard to believe, but for instance, Desiree, she sent me basically a bunch of medical stats, and I said, what are these in the email? She goes, you probably don't know what this means, but by just clearing my abundance blocks, I have literally changed my body, and my body doesn't have diabetes. I was walking with a cane. I no longer need that. I didn't have a boyfriend when I first started this journey. I now have a boyfriend. I was living in really negative conditions. I no longer live in negative conditions. The stats I sent you basically said I was going to lose a kidney, and now I'm not going to lose a kidney. I mean, I know that's incredible and far out. I totally get that, because when I first read it, I was like, oh my God. But what happens is when you start working on your spiritual self and you start working on your abundance, it affects other parts of your life. That was a common theme to what people were telling me. It was amazing. Now, I can't guarantee that, of course, you'll get those kind of results because I am not living and breathing inside you. I'm not part of your reality. You know what I mean? It's up to you to take the energy in. But I'm just sharing inspiring stories so you can see that there is hope for things to change. And you completely deserve it. Now, I want you to consider this. If Deanne had not increased her savings by 6,000%, it would have cost her a lot of money. If Roman, who I talked about earlier, had not taken the Unlimited Abundance course, it would have cost him $20,000 in 1 year. So again, I can't guarantee that you're going to make that, but ask yourself, what do you have to lose, okay? What if not clearing your abundance blocks is literally costing you thousands of dollars every year? Okay, so now that you understand Abundance Box and you've experienced the energy clearing session, it's time to get inspired. I want to show you exactly what can happen when you're able to break free of your Abundance Box. You see, in May of 2011, I hosted the 3-month online energy clearing event for a small group of 400 people. I called it Unlimited Abundance Journey. And during the journey, I performed live online energy clearing. I tapped into everyone's collective energy fields, and I eliminated each of the 24 main abundance blocks one at a time. Now, you're not going to believe the incredible things that happened once the event ended, and I started to get these long appreciation emails from participants telling me that their lives were completely transformed after going through the journey. I asked the 400 people that participated to email me and tell me how much they made over and above their current income on the journey. And not everyone generated as the group over $3 million of value. They manifested over $7,500 on average each person. And that is just from what they told me, and not everyone responded. I would like to share with you 4 good reasons why you do not want to miss the program. The first reason is that you are going to target the root cause of your abundance block. You see, this is not your everyday home training program, okay? As an intuitive, I use my gift to help you find the ages, the times, who you got it from, regarding your specific abundance blocks. And we're going to target them, and we're going to delete them out of your energy field, and then we're going to put into you the positive belief, the positive energy, the higher abundance frequency, so that you can actually have a transformation. And you're going to find that it's so easy, okay? The beauty of this technique is that it works via audio recordings. And you have to understand, all of my clients that I work on one-on-one, they are long distance. They are over the phone, okay? You don't need me there with you. You just need to chill out, ask your internal self, your psychic self, your intuitive self a question. It pops in your head. It's really, really easy. You get the download of what the heck the belief is, and then you zap it away, okay? It's really, really easy. The second reason you do not want to miss this, okay? I'm going to give you guys such a selection of really cool energetic tools that you can apply to any part of your life, okay? It can profoundly change your vibration. It can profoundly give you these amazing ahas about what your blocks are, okay? I don't share these tools with normal online programs, okay? This is the first program that I shared these tools with, okay? These are the same tools that I use with my one-on-one clients, okay? And I'm going to give you these immersive meditations and these exercises to dive deep into your subconscious mind and find the places all these blocks are hiding. And best of all, once you learn the tools, you get to practice and use them for the rest of your life, okay? It's sort of like, should I, give you the fish, or should I teach you how to fish? Third, you're going to get truly transformational results, okay? As I told you, 400 people took part in the original Unlimited Abundance Journey, and a huge majority of them reported positive improvements in their wealth, in their careers, in their life purpose. So I have a history of helping thousands of other clients throughout the years, and so it makes me totally confident that you will experience results too. Again, I can't guarantee it because I'm not living and breathing within your body, but you have to know that the majority of people change. The majority of people have a positive effect, okay? You just have to listen, and you have to let the energy in and start shifting you into the energetic field of abundance. And the fourth reason that you should do this is it's going to be a lot of fun, okay? I am not your average teacher, okay? I strongly believe that the higher frequencies of love and fun and joy and playfulness help you get a more amazing result. And so you'll see that my Unlimited Abundance Home Training Program is designed with that kind of energy around. People say, Christy, you're infectious. You laugh a lot. I do laugh a lot. It's not serious, right? And you get to spend a few minutes listening to the audios in the morning or before you go to bed or during your lunch break. You do it at your own pace. There's plenty of material there. People say, Christy, I've listened to it multiple times, and every time I listen to it, I hear something new or something different. And I do it because it gives me an energy boost. It gives me a positivity. And I just love it. So it's going to give you a feel-good energy. And a lot of people like to say it gives them this amazing spiritual orgasm. You know, there's this joy and bliss that comes through your body when you're listening to it. Okay? And you have to understand, I believe it's important to align our energy with abundance. I call it ABC, always being connected, so that we can prosper, not just in the new year, but beyond that. Okay? I want you to really think of what it would be like if you finally got rid of your abundance blocks. You could live in a nicer home. You could have more money. You could take vacations. You could give back to your community. You could do whatever it is that you want for your family and your children. Okay? Abundance is one of the keys to a more fulfilling life, and I want you to have that. So I think the biggest mistake that you could make is by avoiding working on your abundance blocks. As I've stated earlier, if you don't clear them, the universe, as a love gift, your higher self, will keep showing you your abundance blocks so you can clear them and just get over it, okay? Your higher self knows that your true nature is abundance. And so I don't want you to let these blocks be costing you money over and over and over again every single day, okay? So you have two paths here, right? Path number one is you apply tools and techniques to clear your abundance blocks so that you can actually be the you that you came here to be. Or path two, you don't do anything, okay? And then you could have been like if Roman hadn't taken action or Deanne hadn't taken action, and they would have lost thousands of dollars, okay? And I don't want that for you.